Hello, happy Sunday everyone. Happy Father's Day for all those that are celebrating. Oh, almost forgot to turn off my little mini AC. Okay, so let's pull everything up on my computer. Hello, Margaret. Hello, hello. Hello. Have you been enjoying your Sunday? I was at the in-laws down the street, and I'm going to head back there after because it's been a fun little, it's been fun to be able to, like, as people are getting vaccinated, to kind of see your family again outside, which is super fun. I'm going to pull everything up on my computer, and so I can see when people come in. Oh, let's see what's going on with the video here. Make sure it's good. It looks good. Awesome. Let's open this up. Ooh, just making dinner. Awesome. I am good. I'm good. Let's see if my computer will work. Oh, technology. Okay, let's see. I just want to be able to post. I can't believe the weekend's almost over. It's crazy. But we have a really fun flash sale happening today. Hello, Terry. Hello, hello. We have 20% off everything in the store because today is the longest day of the year. So if you wanted to take advantage of that, if you have things on your wish list or in your cart that you've been kind of waiting for, today's probably a good day to check out. The code is automatic. It's like once you go through the checkout process, it'll pop up on the other information and like where you would put a promo code. You just hit apply and then it'll apply to your order. So that's happening today, which is super exciting. I'll just put a link to the shop if I can, if my computer will let me, but it won't, of course. I don't know what it is with my my laptop is not liking Facebook lately. It's very strange. But anyways, I wanted to share that deal because it's a pretty good one. 20% off. It's pretty amazing. What else is new and exciting? So this card is the card that we created on our last live. So the random person that I picked was Kimberly Hopper. So if you're watching this and you'd like to receive this card, just send us a direct message and I will put it in the post for you. There was a little bit of delay getting the other cards out in the mail just because I haven't seen the mailman in a long time. But they are in the mail for recently, so they're on their way. And then this one I will send if you're interested, Kimberly. I hope you are. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Why does the technology not like me today? So did anybody do anything fun this weekend? I made my husband a card, and then my son picked out a few things at the store for him, like a little hockey yearbook thing, and so that was exciting, so he's happy. And then we're just having a barbecue. Okay, we got that set. But the excitement on Friday, so we thought we lost one of our cats because she always comes, like if we shake the treats, like she comes in a second. And we didn't see her for a while, so we were like, let's shake the treats, that'll get her wherever she's got to be. And then she never came with the treats, so I immediately put my shoes on and I'm outside like shaking the treats on the street. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but the whole time she was just in the basement on the windowsill, just making us have a heart attack. So I am glad that she is safe, and because that night it was like a thunderstorm, so I was so worried about her if she was out there, but the whole time she was never gone. It was just me being a crazy cat mom. So that was my exciting Friday night. I think I aged a little bit and I got more gray hair, but it's all good. Margaret says she did the crop for cancer yesterday, finished my Father's Day cards then. Ooh, that's awesome. Was it fun? It was, because we didn't think she got outside, but we weren't, when you're not really fully paying attention, that's kind of where you go right away. You're like, she's not in the house, and they were shaking the treats and she's not coming. That's very strange, but she was just on the windowsill in the basement howling. So we're like, okay, I'm glad she's safe. So yeah, that was kind of scary, but you know, it was never, she was never outside. It was never anything. It was just me being an overprotective cat mom. So today we're going to create a really fun Heffy Doodle card, which I'm super excited about. So we're going to be using a stamp set called Unbearable Without You. You can tell my set has been well loved. I love like little sets that come with, you know, like little craft supplies. That's always fun for me. And I love how the little sentiments and little bears, I've used the bear for like, you know, with little cookies for a grad card, with the Lawn Fawn sentiment, like you're a smart cookie. I've used the little bear with the cookie. I've done like a miss you card. I've done my son like little lunch notes. They are little love notes, but little lunch notes with this. And I love that the coordinating dies, they actually, the one die here for the bear, it cuts out his little paws here so you can kind of tuck things in. So I've done that for our card for one of the images. So I think that's really fun. And then I also used the Slimline mini mail die set from Heffy Doodle. It comes with this really fun stamped edge. And then it comes with these little envelopes. We're going to use this one here that you can kind of cut out and make your little envelopes for your card. And I love how, and then it comes with like a mini little card that you can make. It's so cute, and you can just pop it in. So we're going to use that today. And then I found these are from Heffy Doodle as well. And they are called the straight slider. So they're actually slider dies to make interactive cards, but I thought they looked like little text message lines, so that's what we're going to use them for today. So they're really good for sentiments, also with interactive cards. And then of course we're going to be doing some ink blending, because that's my go-to kind of favorite way to create a background, especially when it's like a slimline card, because most of my pattern paper is 6x6. So a 6x6 pad is not going to cover the slimline card. So I like to be able to just kind of ink blend my own background, because pattern paper is kind of not an option for me for slimline. But I do have like a little bit of 12x12 paper, which works too. It's just I happen to grab more of the 6x6. Aren't they so cute, Melissa? They're so cute. So this is what it looks like when it's all die cut, the little stamp image. And then we're going to pair it with like the outside card front, which is from the Picket Fence Slimline die cutting system. So it comes with like this larger die and then a smaller one to mat with. And then it comes with like circles and squares, and there's like literally hundreds of combinations for layouts. So those are kind of my go-to like slimline cards. And I'm going to give you a peek at the color combo we're going to do today, because I think it's super fun. So I kind of swatched it out just to kind of see how they would go. So I don't think I've ever made like a portrait slimline card. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And then these are the kind of the colors that I wanted to have. So I have picked raspberry, spiced marmalade, squeezed lemonade, salvage patina, and then again the picked raspberry. But I really love how the salvage patina, when you mix it with the yellow, it turns to a green, and then when you mix the salvage patina with the pink, it kind of gives you a little purple in between, which is kind of cool. So my idea was, I'm kind of like a thinking of you kind of card, and then that I'm sure anybody would love to get. And again, I'm going to pick a random commenter and I'll send it their way. So we'll start by ink blending our background. Aren't they so pretty? I think they're so pretty. I always have to double check if they'll work, because sometimes there's some combinations that kind of give you kind of like a little bit of a brown, kind of not so pretty. So I like to just double check just to make sure, because you know, the one time I don't check, like that's going to be the time that that doesn't work. So I'm just going to pull out my waffle flower media mat. You can tell my cats decided to try to steal this guy. I'm kind of upset about it, but It still works fine. It's just they love like the little silicone. They go crazy for it. And then Derry, my little boy cat, he tried to steal some rubber stamps the other day, and I was like, oh dear. Oh dear. I can't remember. I think they were like the Tailored Expressions red rubber, but I saved them before he was able to get his little paws too much into them. They kind of sneak in here on the down low. Okay, so, that's what I have to do first, actually. So for the layout, I wanted to have kind of the little bears, like one's going to be up here and one's going to be on the bottom. So I have these, I made these little masks from the Heffy memo tape. And then that way it kind of gives me like a little spot for them to kind of hang out, so they're not kind of just like floating into the air. So I'm going to put the top one up here. So for the images, I thought this image would be really cute. We're gonna kind of tuck in the little craft supplies. So the little bear is going to be making the craft supplies up here, and then down here we're going to have the little bear kind of mailing his little happy mail with this little bear here kind of holding up the little envelope. So I just kind of just need 2 spots where I'm going to put the little bear. The little bear is going to hang out. I think this is kind of a good one down here. Maybe a little bit more off to the side, so it's more of like a half circle. So this memo tape is so good for masking, and it's so great for like keeping your dies in place. Okay, and now we're gonna grab our little brush, and I'm gonna turn it this way just so we can see it more. And then I'm gonna start with the pink, and then I'm gonna move with the picked raspberry, and then I'm going to move into the spice marmalade. I just got this last week and I'm like in love with this color. It is so pretty. Although I say that basically with every pink. Like I love Kitsch Flamingo and Worn Lipstick. They all have like their kind of different different purposes. So I like to kind of just lightly start off from the edge, and then I'll just, with the light hand, kind of start adding color, and then I'll add more as I decide if I like more or not. I love the oxides because you get kind of an opaque kind of look on the top. I prefer that over the distress ink, but I know there's a million different ways that, or different looks, because again there's different reasons for different different textures. But I love that how it just kind of glosses all over the whole paper. For this paper, this is Bristol Smooth cardstock, but so you just want to use like a nice smooth paper so that the ink kind of just glides on. So then I'm just going to mix the two up together like that. It's so pretty. I love the spice marmalade with the picked raspberry together. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of squeezed lemonade. Oh. Add this on. Did anybody get to hang out outside today for a while? It's a little bit hot here, but if you have a nice fun drink in your hand, you should be good. I'm gonna add a little bit a little bit more spiced marmalade, just because we've got some ground to cover with the landscape Slimline. That. Yesterday we were at the pool, which was really lucky of us. We were able to swim underneath the stars. That was on my niece's bucket list, her summer bucket list. So we were a little bit chilly by the end, but it was really fun. So I'm just going in and going back and forth with the yellow and the spiced marmalade. I love how kind of forgiving the inks are. You can kind of keep going until you like the result. That. Perfect. And then I'm going to grab some salvaged patina, and then it's going to turn it into a really fun using blue. I couldn't remember which brush I was using for salvaged patina. Margaret says we did. My mother-in-law came over and we sat in the backyard. It's so lovely. Yes, it's nice that the weather is, for me personally, like I love when it's a little bit, I think last week it was really nice. It was kind of a more breezy kind of feel, but for swimming it's nice when it's really, really hot. So, loving salvaged patina. Then I'm going to go back over with the yellow. It's going to give us a really fun green. Hi, Jen. Hello, hello. Today's a little bit of a funny day. I'm sure so many people are outside enjoying the nice weather and celebrating Father's Day. I snuck away to do my live, and then I'm going to go back to my in-laws. But it's so fun. I like to hang out with everyone and create something fun. And it's actually kind of a shock that I'm not working on a Father's Day card right now. I already gave my husband his card in the morning. It was all ready to go. It was that little lawn fawn one we made a couple weeks ago with the little cats. And then actually, so when I originally made that card, if you know what I'm talking about, if not, I'm sorry. It's on my Instagram. We made a Slimline card with a bunch of lawn fawn products, and then I used the little boy from the, what was that, video game stamp set. I think it's, I'm not sure what it's called. Add a player or something. And then I thought of it like as my husband, and like he's playing video games for Father's Day. But then when I looked at it this morning when I gave it to him, it had the two cats and the little boy playing video games. And I'm like, oh, the little boy's Rylan and the cat. So they're like giving him a card with them on it. So that was, it's funny how when you create something, you have an idea and then it kind of switches and it still works. It's pretty fun. So I'm just going back with the salvage patina, and I'm getting this really fun purple. So that's always fun. I love when you get a nice color and you mix them together. And then I'm just gonna top it off with some picked raspberry again. It's kind of like our little rainbow happening. So isn't that so fun? So fun. Love how colorful it is. We used the beer card from your class. Yay, that's awesome. It's perfect, right? I have, so my husband has a blended family, so he has his dad and then his stepdad. My dad has passed away, so that's, we kind of me and my brother, we kind of have a little moment and we celebrate. But I needed like 3 cards today because I needed one for my husband's dad and his stepdad and then him. So I was busy. I was busy this whole month making 3 cards. Loving the background. I'm just going to actually, I'm going to spray the water before I clean up. Otherwise, we're going to have to do it twice. Let's see. Awesome. Didn't miss anything. I don't know why my computer is not liking it. It's so weird. But I'm lucky that I got my iPad going. So if you have any questions or anything, just pop it in there and I'll answer it as soon as I can. So I'm just taking my water brush and I'm just taking like a basic stamping block, and then I'm just kind of spraying in some water. I want kind of a really messy kind of look, so I'm going all in there. And then I just kind of have a paper towel that's beside, and then I'll just react the ink. That. Perfect, loving it. And then it's the moment of truth, my favorite part, when you remove the mask and you get the fun little result. So fun. So that's our little spotlight areas where our little bears are going to hang out. Fortunately, these little memo tapes are not savable, but that's okay. They serve their purpose. A lot of the times, like if I'm using them to hold a die in place, I'll remove it and save it kind of beside my die cutting machine, and then I can reuse them until the stick is gone. Because I go through the memo tape like crazy, so I make sure to get the total most use that I could possibly get out of them. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit so it doesn't stain, and I'll worry about the rest later. Jan, how is it in Manitoba? Are you guys in a heat wave? Is it nice and cool? How is it out there? Okay, so we got our fun little background going here. And now we're going to color in our little bears and our little markers and stuff. So we got a little paintbrush, little scissors, little bear, and I think we need like maybe like 3 markers. And I might color them as Copics because I don't think I have my black marker here. No, so they're going to be Copic markers, I think. And the little bear, we're going to color him tan. That's kind of my go-to for like little critters. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Yeah, the masking kind of, what I could have done if it was like on the ground, just kind of start like higher up and then to have like the fork, like I guess the ground here. But because I'm putting one up here, I didn't want him to just appear that he's kind of flying, which is fine too. But I was like, maybe we should kind of have a little spot for him to kind of, so he's going to kind of be up here with the little craft supplies, and then he's going to be down here with his little envelope and his little finished card. So we can color these guys at the same time because they're the same bear at just different times. So that's why I love how Slimline's, how you get a little bit more like real estate to kind of tell the story that you want to tell. I was a little bit late to the Slimline game, but now that I'm here, I'm all about it. And I love the detail of the stamped kind of image on the die. Super fun. So I'm taking my tri-blend marker and I'm just starting with the darkest color. I'm just kind of going into the edges, you know, where the sun would kind of hit last if, you know, there was a sun, and there is in our little scene. If you don't really have to totally worry about that. Usually like the image will kind of give you little clues. Like we'll know like under his little paws is probably darker, and then up here is probably darker. And then you can kind of pick a little side and kind of go from there. So then I'm going to take the medium color and then in circular motions, just color along the darker line here, and that kind of takes away any of the harsh lines if there's any. And again, like the Distress Oxides, tri-blends are really, really forgiving when you're coloring. You can keep on adding layers until you're happy with the result. And you can also just color one layer too. You don't have to do any shading at all, and you still get a really nice result. So then I'm going to take this little bear and do the same. This little bear, so cute. And this stamp set is so good for so many things. I think like I said, I used it for like a smart cookie kind of graduation card, a miss you card, lunch notes for my son. Just like his little face. And then I like how with the coordinating die you can tuck in all the little accessories. So I'm just going to make sure we color all the medium spots. And then I'm going to go in with the lightest color. So I'm curious, you guys, do you like making summer cards? Like just for like a hello summer, or would you, if it's like a birthday card, would you make it like a summer theme if it happens to be in the summer? I find I go a little bit bananas for summer stamps, and I mean, you know where we are, summer's not so long, but I can't help it. Love all the summer images. Or I like making my like non-summer images really fun and summery. I'm just curious what you guys do as I color along. Definitely summer cards, yes. I guess because we don't have summer for very long, we kind of take advantage. The new Lawn Fawn release is actually coming out on the 24th, and I'm having a little shindig, a little virtual shindig. We're having our release party. It's up in our events section if you're interested in joining, and it's at 7 o'clock Eastern. We're going to have some really fun games and some prizes, and of course some inspiration. You guys know I love to hang out with everyone, and that's a good time. If you have any questions, I can kind of, if I don't know them, I can find the answers to them. You know, because we can't hang out in the store. I mean, I'm in Ontario, so I can't hang out in the store anyways, but you know, with the stores closed, we can't do that. So this is our fun way to kind of interact and hang out and talk about the new fun products. And if you have any questions, then you can see some of the products in action, which is always important, because you know, you see everything online, but it's nice to see it in from start to finish for a card. Jan says, I'm not too crazy about some of the new release. Yeah, I mean, I love it all because I'm crazy, but because I love Lawn Fawn. I know you love Lawn Fawn too. It just depends, you know, what you're looking for. What's on your list that you like, and what are you kind of like, nah. I can't really say because I don't want to accidentally give a spoiler away. I've been sort of paying attention to the sneaks, but I'm not 100% what they've fully showed yet. But I do like the little safari creatures. I don't think that's what the stamp set is called. It was just the jungle creatures. Super cute. And maybe because they just had a release, Jan, maybe that's it too. Because it's, I had to like, because like I think I've said in another live, I've been measuring time by like Lawn Fawn releases. So it's like, oh, it's been 4 months. Okay, it's Lawn Fawn. And then because they split it up, like they did last year, it's like, oh my gosh, another Lawn Fawn release. Oh my goodness. Ah. Awesome, these cute little bears. And then we're going to color in the little, I think I'm going to color his nose in like a coral. It's like he's a cat instead of a bear. Jan says, I don't like the style of the toucans or the jungle critters and already have the s'more camping one. Yeah, I have the older s'more one too. I actually, did I use it? I think I used the little actual, like their actual s'mores for my wedding favors. But yeah, the theme is a little similar, but camping is always fun. I guess it's to catch all the new, if there's new people and they didn't get the older stuff maybe. I'm going to add in a little darker shade of the coral. I do kind of like the diagonal stripe die plate that they have. I was kind of like, that would save me a lot of calculations. So I'm kind of eyeing that. Awesome. And then I'm going to add some blush. It was released as a special set last year. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I think that's true. That I totally forgot about that little extra Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. Then I'm going to add some little freckles to the bear. So cute. So cute. And then we're going to color in these guys because we're going to make them Copics. Shh, don't tell anyone at Spectrum Noir that that's what I'm doing. I do like the tent and the forest background eyes. Those are really fun. And then it fits the like the bears from the Den Sweet Den. Because the one thing I love is like when they bring back like you know, like some of the older sets. So it's like they made it so that the little bears from Den Sweet Den can fit in them. So then you kind of changed your a holiday set into a summer set, which is fun. So I'm just adding some IG1 onto our little Copics here. I think we're going to just do 3 so we can keep our little rule of thirds. Thought I had a little, oh I do. Got this here as well to color in. What colors do we want to do? Okay, so for the markers, we'll do a blue. I'm not even going to worry about shading these little markers. They're so tiny that they really don't need to be shaded. I just kind of picked colors that were already in our background so that it kind of coordinates together. They're so cute. And then I'm going to do these scissors. They're going to be turquoise because they're like my real scissors in real life. That, and then I'm going to grab a little gray. Just color these guys here. Nope, it's a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. They're like my Fiskars now. And then we'll color the little brush. Kind of like grabbing colors that happen to be around. Go yellow. I planned everything out except for the little colors for all the little things here. Perfect. Let's see. Hopefully this is dark enough. Oh, it is. Perfect. Just winging it, you guys. That's what I do love. Actually, you know what's so fun? So I was talking to my mother-in-law, and a long time ago I gave her a bunch of stamps and ink that I haven't used. And then she was saying that she was using it because she's a quilter, so she kind of has been bored, obviously, like all of us. So she's started to make cards, which is so fun. So I love hearing when we've got some new paper crafters. So color in a little pencil. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to use this or not. We shall see. And then I'm going to color in some more markers. We'll do a green that's here. And we will do this other fun, different purple. And we need one more color. Which color should we do? We'll do this green. It's here. Because it's really fun because we have our little green and our little purple from our mixing. And then I'm going to add in a touch of the IG1. Whoop, I dropped the marker. And then I'm going to color the pencil holder. I'm going to do a teal, I think. Just so that it's a little bit interesting. I find a lot of my craft supplies are white, like my desk is white, or teal. like my little Tailored Expressions toolkit here, which I love. It's funny, if it's pretty, it's on my desk. Definitely guilty of the pretty craft supplies. And then I picked up a couple of more clear bins. My Lawn Fawn collection has, so I use the Jennifer Maguire method of storing my stamps, which is like with the clear kitchen, the fridge bins. And then I use the Avery Elle storage pockets. I have a whole one of Lawn Fawn, and now I'd have a second one because they no longer fit in one. And then I have actually 2 Heffy Doodle bins now. So I have stuff aside that I'm going to destash, but the stuff that I'm keeping, I decided, you know what? There's no need to downsize. Just get another bin because I can't. Like the Heffy Doodle and Lawn Fawn, I will just not part with. I made the mistake of parting with some older Lawn Fawn stuff, and then that's of course like what they'll bring back when you need them. So I've learned that we're keeping that's what we're keeping. So this die is from this die set that comes with this larger one. Let me double check the name. I knew what it was at the top of our live, but let's see. I think it's called the Mini Mail Slimline. Am I correct? Oh, Slimline Mini Mail, pretty close. So it comes with this, like I said, and then it has a smaller envelope as well. So then this is what it kind of looks like here. And then you can create your own little mini envelope. Like, whoop, not like that. Like this. So he's gonna hold the little envelope down here. We're gonna glue it together. And then it comes with this fun little die set too, so you can make like little mini cards. So we're gonna kind of pop this one in here. Margaret says definitely get another bin. Never give away old, yes. Or give them away to family and then you can go get them back if you need them. So they're never too far away. They'll still get love. They'll just, you know, I feel bad because doing what I do, I always get like the newer stuff, and then, you know, maybe I'll use a stamp set 3 or 4 times, and then I just feel bad if it's not being used anymore. And there's nothing wrong with it or anything. It's just I tend to always have the newest and greatest. But Lawn Fawn and Heffy Doodle never leave. So I'm gonna make a little card. So I'm gonna take the heart from the stamp set. I'm just going to stamp the heart on the front. It'd be really meta if there was like a tiny little bear. Like the bear is going to hold a card that's with him on it. That would be really funny. But we're going to take the little heart and stamp it on with some picked raspberry, I think, because it happens to be right here. I just hope it stamps okay. So maybe I'll test it out first just to make sure that it's good. Because sometimes when you were stamping with the oxides, it doesn't always give. That's good enough for our use. Instead of getting up and getting one of my Catherine Polar inks. So I'm just gonna kind of hold it down. Oh. This was probably easier if I didn't already score it. There we go. Maybe we'll switch it over this way now, because I added a little bit of a pink. It's so funny, on our mini card I even leave fingerprints. Okay, so we're gonna add our little heart, like that. And I even have like a little mini sentiment we can put inside too. Guys, this is so exciting. I love the little envelopes with the mini little card. So speaking of older sets, I have this little older Lawn Fawn set we're going to use in 1 second. But Heffy Doodle also has What You Saying Now, And it's a little stamp set that comes with little speech bubbles and like little sentiments, which happen to fit perfectly in our like little cards. So I thought that was cool. So I'm going to take You're Pretty Awesome and I'm going to stamp it inside. So the little bear is actually going to give a card to someone. It's so cute, you guys. I can't handle the cuteness right now. Oh, and I'm going to grab a little block for this. This stamp has not, I don't think it's been used yet, you guys. I can't even believe it. So I'm just going to kind of treat it a little bit with my finger. Just because it has not, sometimes there's some residue that's been left over from the manufacturing process. And then I'm just going to grab this and we're gonna test it out first. We're going to use the same level of care on our little mini card as our big card. Okay, let's grab this. I'm just going to test it out. Perfect. It's good. It's good. And then we're going to add it in the, I can't. Like, you guys probably think I'm crazy. And then we're going to see, I wanted to test it out. You probably, if you're going to do this, don't score it until after. There we go. So cute. So that's our little card there. And then I'm going to add some glue. Do I add glue? Yeah, glue might get a little messy, but I don't think I can get my little tape. Oh. That's a lot of glue. We just need to add a little bit so that it sticks here. But so we can still pop, oh, hold it down a little bit for a minute. If I was making a real envelope, I'd probably use some score tape. Like that. And then, oh, actually, we're not even going to see that. You know, my idea originally was to put the little Happy Mail 1, 2, 3 smile, but I realized that we're not even going to show that part, so we don't even have to worry about that. It's gonna be like this. So cute. But that is one reason why I like keeping sets, because when you have an idea, you'll be like, oh, that's perfect for it. Just a dot, not a lot. Yes, I just put a tiny dot right there so that it can still stick in there and not interfere with our little mini card. So cute. So we got that done. So we can kind of finish off with our, oh, some water there. Where did my little sentiments? So these are the die cut from the Slimline die that we're going to actually use as like little text message. And then I have the Hey die, which is probably my all-time favorite. I've used it in so many cards. I like how it's just kind of like fun and playful. And then you can pair it with so many different sayings. So we're actually bringing this stamp set back in. We're going to put, instead of texting, I made this card. So we're going to stamp, instead of texting on one of these, I made this card. And then we're going to put it underneath the Hey die. So I will glue these together. Where did I do? I always put the glue down and I don't pay attention to where it was because it's white, so it blends in to my desk. Okay, so just add some glue. I love layering the word dies because it's kind of like making your own ephemera. But you can make it forever and ever if you have the die. So I'm just going to place it in. I love the Lawn Fawn glue. Gives you that like extra second to kind of put it in place. And add a little bit more. And then we're going to put the one from the black cardstock on the top. That. see how you get that really fun layered look. So that's our little hey, it's going to go here, and then we're going to stamp out. I might perform some stamp surgery, but we shall see. Has anybody performed stamp surgery before where you've just kind of snipped it when you wanted just part of the sentiment, or do you tend to mask it? What do you guys do? Oh, this one just barely fits. I'm gonna clutch my pearls. I'm gonna cut it. But when you cut it, you can still put it back together. It'll go back. I know on like newer stamp sets, it's probably a little bit scary, but this stamp set has been it's kind of older, and if I was already going to use this, I probably would have already used the sentiment, but it doesn't look like I have, surprisingly. So got this, and I think it's like just going to fit. We're doing it with the stamping block, so we're going to say like a little we're going to say a little prayer before we do it, and then I'm just going to again kind of treat it with my fingers a little bit. Jan says I usually mask, but I cut occasionally. Yeah, it's a hard one to do sometimes. I just want to make sure this comma is not in our way, so I'm going to cut out the comma. But I feel because this is an older stamp set, I probably would have already done it if I... Okay. And then I'm going to get some scrap paper so I can test it out first. And then I'm going to use some VersaFine ink. I'm going to move our little background out of the way for a second, so it's safely away. Okay, and then, oh, well, it's okay. It's separate. I was like, oh, that's the second part of the sentiment. Okay. I'm going to try to do this as best I can with the camera in my face. Like that. And then we're going to take, I think it has to fit in this one. I don't think it's going to fit in the smaller one. It's not looking like it will. Put it there, remove it. No. No matter how many times I try, it's not going to fit in the smaller one. But I do love using like stamps and dies like in a different way than it's kind of meant to be. So this is kind of meant to make slider cards, but it really works well for sentiments too. Make it as straight as I can. This one's going to be a little bit more snug. Like that. We did it, you guys. Because doing this on the Misty might be a little bit challenging, like keeping the little sentiment in place. So I think that's all the sentiments that we're going to need. I'm going to wipe away any ink on my finger if it's still here. But as you know, if ink ends up on the card, I just use my mono sand eraser, or that's just where a sequin's going to go. Commas are important. They're the difference between, let's see. Oh, I know, Rhea, but you know, I kind of have it separate now, so it's we're good. And then I could always use my little what is it? My little pen if I need to add it in again, if I ever want to put it in like like on one line. But I just thought it would look weird on the end of one. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. We'll find out next time I use the stamp set if I made the right choice. But for this card, it's perfect. No regrets. Okay, so now we can start building our scene. I love this color combo, you guys. It's so good. Move all this out of the way. So, hey, instead of texting, I made this card like that. Then we don't need this. I'll save this for another project. And then we have the little bear here. He's going to be holding the little envelope with their little Happy Mail. And I think I want to pop this up on, you guys know I love 3D foam tape. It's actually a really good way to kind of get a really nice finished polished look on your card for, you know, a relatively inexpensive way. Some token cat hair there. Whoever's going to get this card, I hope you're not allergic to cats. Another one of my favorites is adding glossy accents as well. I like to take the little, you can kind of add a little bit of detail here or there, and it kind of goes a really, really long way. Guess I could have left the comma there. Now I'm That's what happens when you go a little bit on the wild side when you're crafting. Love using them. Yes, the 3D foam tape and the glossy accents. I'm going to probably add some glossy accents to our little accessories up here. And then I think we're going to have to add some foam tape to our little envelope as well. So I'm going to glue this here. I think I'm going to glue this here, and then I'm going to turn it around and figure out where we need to add some dimension. I go a little bit crazy with the dimension, only with the 3D foam squares, because when it mails, I don't want it to, we don't need that one there though, to kind of deflate when it's being sent, but that's just me. You don't have to be as crazy as I am with that. So we can kind of, now we know where we need to add some foam. Oh. And it's not totally dried yet, but that's another example of me being impatient. Okay. But I do like how it gives you that extra time to fiddle around with things, because I usually, you know, I like to double check that everything is in the right place. Gotta go. Have a great weekend, Jan says. You too, Jan. We'll see you soon, I'm sure. So, I'm just, what? Oh no, my nail polish now. The wild side of crafting. Okay, so we're going to place this here. It's so cute. And then I'm going to leave this. I want it to kind of pop out like that. So then we can add that there. And then we're going to add the other little bear up here. So I'm just going to tuck in the scissors and the little markers. So again, if you weren't here at the beginning, this is the coordinating dies allows you to cut out the little arms here, so you can kind of add either craft supplies or the little snacks that are in the stamp set. Oh, we have one extra, or we can add there. Let's see if that looks good. Oh. Turn it around. I'm going to add 2 little foam squares that are not interfering with the little hands here. Like that. And then we're going to add this down here like this, I think. So that's not going to have, the little bear is going to have dimension, but the little accessory here is not. Margaret says, you are so creative. Such a cute card. Aw, thank you. The little stamp set is, I like all the little things, all the different possibilities that you can create. Oh. So I'm just going to kind of fiddle around with it until it kind of looks right to me. That looks good. Oh, maybe we'll move it over just a tad. See what I mean? I like to change my mind last minute. So that's why I like the little glue. It gives me that extra time to do a little shuffle if I need to. A little bear like that. And then we're going to glue down the sentiment. That's, again, my favorite glue. So I can move it around if I need to. And then I'm going to take my little tweezers here so I can test ride it before I hit it. That looks good to me. Just release it, and then we're just going to glue these down. I'm loving this. This is the first time I've made a portrait card, portrait slimline card, and I'm excited. So if you would like to win this card, you can just, I'm going to pick any from all the comments. So if you've already commented, then you're already entered. Or if you haven't said anything before, you can just put pick me, and that could be your entry. And then I will pick one person and I will send this card your way. And I'm super jealous whoever gets it, because I'm kind of in love with it. Do you guys hoard cards, or do you give them all away? Are you guys better than I am at that? It's kind of why I've decided to give them away as we create them, because I love that you guys take the time to come hang out with me, and it gets the cards in the mail where they belong. Oh, and then of course we're going to add some sequins. So these are my new Studio Katia Crystal Clear Fusion. They're still in the package. I have not taken them out yet. In my little tray, I have the Summer Fusion still in there. Actually, maybe that might work better. Let's see. Let's see which ones. The green actually might work really well. Rhea, you'd be so proud. I'm actually using the color sequins as well as the clear ones. I do love the clear ones. Let's see. What do we have to work with? And then I like the picket fence ones too. So I kind of basically make my own little mix. But this is kind of a new format. So let's see where the sequins are going to kind of fall. As you know, if you watch, you know that they kind of just, they got a feeling. And then I usually do the, you know, the odd numbers just because it looks a little bit more appealing to the eyes. So we need one more. Let's see how we're gonna like this. It's gotta feel correct. Okay, I think that's good there. That feels good. Yes, they worked out the summer. I'm glad I grabbed the summer one too. So we're just gonna glue them down. Ooh, and I have my fun tool that I could use instead of that. Grab this little one here. And that's that. I think I'm gonna not do the glossy accents just because I don't want to interfere with like kind of how everything is stuck in there. I haven't decided if I'm gonna glue them in. If I'm sending it in the mail, I might have to glue these little accessories in. We'll see. But right now I just want to leave them like that. And then we have our fun little card that actually has a little sentiment inside. So cute. So that's our, oh, that's not our card yet. Hold on. We have to attach it to our card base here. Or I will just do this after it kind of dries a little bit more. I don't want to kind of put it down right now with the glue still drying, but I will add it to this card base here. And it's so cute. Love it. And it's so summery, which is perfect for the first day of summer. So if you're kind of just joining, we have a really fun sale going on right now. It's called the Longest Day of the Year sale. So everything is 20% off. The code is automatically entered in the promo code section at checkout. But you just have to hit apply, and then it'll update your cart to reflect the sale price. So today is definitely the day. If you got stuff on your wish list or you've got some things in mind, there's, the whole shop 20% off, which is pretty awesome. And I will see everybody on Wednesday. And then also, if you're interested in joining our Lawn Fawn release party, the event is on our Facebook page. So you can go in and just RESVP. There's going to be games and prizes and, of course, really cute cards. So awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hug your dads or your husbands or, your uncles or your bonus dads. We've got a bunches of awesome dudes in our family. So I'm very, very grateful, and I hope everyone is able to give someone a hug today. And I will see everyone on a Wednesday. Bye, everyone.